Expected to be okay. Do you have any information who these people are? If you do, please call Crime Stoppers 1-800-577-TIPS.
And 2 fires in Brooklyn devastated businesses and sent firefighters and 3 young kids to the hospital.
And officials say those children were found home alone while the blaze was going on. Briella Tomasetti joins us from Crown Heights with more details. So, Briella, did the fire start in their apartment or somewhere else?
Yeah, Rosanna, Bianca, that's a good question. The fire, according to the FDNY, started in their 11th floor apartment. There were a total of 14 floors in that public housing complex. It's unclear, though, how the fire started. That is still under investigation at this point. 2 of the fires, though, both of them happening in Brooklyn, just hours apart from each other, injuring 13 people in total. As you mentioned, 10 firefighters in one incident and those 3 children in the other. They were found barely clinging to life in their Brownsville apartment. Firefighters had to break open the door just to get to them. They are in critical but stable condition this morning here at Kings County Hospital, but the road to recovery may be a long one. Flames swept through Williamsburg and thick plumes of smoke filled the sky in a 5-alarm inferno that would tear through 9 separate stores and leave nearly a dozen firefighters injured.
There were 9 individual stores involved. Most of them were locked up, so the firefighters had to work very hard to get into them.
According to the FDNY, the fire began in a 1-story building on Lee Avenue and quickly spread to nearby businesses, many of which will now need to be rebuilt. More than 200 firefighters responded with saws to cut through gates to get the flames under control. Ferocious flames neighbors could see and smell from blocks away.
You could smell like the air.
Thankfully, nobody was seriously hurt in Williamsburg, but earlier in the day, another fire erupted in Brownsville, putting 3 young children in the hospital.
That fire tragically produced 3 red tag critical victims, all of whom were children. Those children were the ages of 8, 5, and 4.
The fire broke out on the 11th floor of a 14-story apartment building on Livonia Avenue. Mayor Adams later toured the burnt-out apartment, one room reduced to concrete and ashes. A preliminary investigation found that the kids were home alone in an apartment with no smoke alarms.
The parents have been found. They're speaking to the mother. The father has been arrested, and the circumstances are under investigation as to why they were home alone.
FDNY officials say those children are alive today thanks to the quick thinking of the city's bravest, who were captured on video scaling a ladder to rescue them.
Our members made it up to the 11th floor, got into the apartment and grabbed the 3 kids and got them out, all within 12 minutes of receiving the alarm. Our members had to force the door open, crawl in. They found 2 of the children in the living room and 1 they found right behind the door. They were all unconscious.
Again, it is unclear at this point why those children were left home alone, but we do know 37-year-old Anthony Halliburton, the children's father, was arrested and charged with 3 counts each of child abandonment and endangering the welfare of a child. The investigation is, of course, ongoing. We are hoping those kids make a speedy recovery. For now, we're live in Crown Heights. Rosanna and Bianca, back to you.
All right, Briella, thanks so much for the update. Meanwhile, Mayor Adams heading overseas on a trip to Israel.
He's going to arrive later today.